Welcome back to ICO Review and Crypto Daily. What have you done to my channel? It's absolutely blown up. Guys, we have tripled my subscribers. Thank you all very much for being here, and thank you Crypto Daily for making it happen. So I'm going to go through, answer all your questions about ICOs. That just means we won't be going into the normal depth, and we can figure out from there which ones we'll look at in greater depth in the weeks to come. Other than the BitConnect comment. Thank you, mate. Could the ICO of Global ICO Fund be an interesting ICO for your channel? An ICO with a low hard cap, but nevertheless a promising project for your public. So this is actually an interesting one. Our goal at Global ICO Fund is not to raise capital to produce new products. We believe that this should be left to specialists. What we aim to do is help solid business models with viable and strong products to get to the market and to make sure the technology is here to stay. We aim to be the force that finds and selects viable ICOs with strong teams and an outstanding future to drive the adoption of the technology, to enable investors to be proud of supporting strong business models that will shape our future in blockchain adoption. So the first thing that pops to my mind is how they're determining what is a good project, what criteria they're operating with. And they've been actually kind enough to give us a brief insight into their criteria. Our in-depth analysis of a prospective ICO will look at the long-term money-making potential. At this stage, there are many questions that need to be answered. Is the technology solid? Who are the competitors? Is the sector growing? What kind of cash flow will there be, et cetera, et cetera. So it's nice that they seem to be going in depth. I'd love to see the bullet points under each one of those headers, but of course I need to protect their process. And if Global ICO Fund hits their hard cap of 10 million, it puts them in the mid 400s on CoinMarketCap. So you could say that there's room for growth. It seems very modest. I'll need to dive in a little bit deeper as to how they're distributing profits gained from investing in ICOs. It seems to be somewhat of a index fund type situation for now. But yeah, I think I'll give this one a little bit more attention in the future. And that was for virtualbureau.de. And the next one, Vanessa McGee. FinTrux, interesting. So at a glance, FinTrux aims to facilitate marketplace lending in a true peer-to-peer network to ease the cash flow issues of small businesses and startups. So small business centric, quickly secure, affordable loans with no collateral in any currency, credit enhancements, no code development, an open ecosystem. Let's have a look at the open ecosystem. In addition to simplifying the loan application process via instant matching, FinTrux network also provides borrowers with post-funding self-serve administration options and access to third-party rated agencies. So we've got fraud and identity service agents, credit scoring, decentralized review platform for borrowers, lenders, and all service agents based on Ethereum smart contracts. If this is what I think it is, if this is a more global peer-to-peer loaning system, then I think that's fantastic. If it's helping small businesses that can't necessarily get loans from the traditional financial system because of perhaps shitty credit histories in the past or something like that, I feel like operating in the crypto space, this might be a really, really good leg up for small business people. And that one's actually already pumping on 4 days, 11 hours, 20 minutes, and so on. Yeah, very cool. This is cool. Let's just have a quick look at token economics. So if you buy FTX today with the Ethereum price hanging out at $872, you'll be paying 58 cents per token, if my math is correct, which it's very middle of the road, really. It's very cruisy. 25 million USD hard cap really doesn't put them very high up on the list, in and around the low 400s on CoinMarketCap. Again, another ICO that probably has a little bit of room for growth. I actually quite like the look of this one. I haven't looked at the team yet. Guys, with the amount of time left in this ICO, I'm not going to have time to make a video on it, full disclosure. So go have a look yourself and do your own due diligence on this one. But intriguing. I think I'll throw a little bit of Ethereum at them. And Pamela Weatherby. Pamela Weatherby, what are your thoughts on GBX? That's Gibraltar. I actually already had that tab open. So at a glance, it gives me a bit of a Binance vibe. It's like Binance plus, plus tokenized security exchanges, plus financial services and fintech solutions. I feel like they're trying to be a little bit of everything, with the main draw card, of course, being token sale platform and cryptocurrency exchange. This really is something I should have been talking about with the other ones. The specific use of the token with GBX. ROC token will be structured as an ERC20 compliant token that may be used by holders to access membership rights and use it as the preferred medium of exchange through the GBX market and the GBX ecosystem. So much like Binance's BNB, the ROC token GBX is utility token for the platform. It's tied to the functionality of the platform itself. So application fees, listing fees, sponsor fees, all in GBX. Anything with the Blockchain Innovation Center campaigns, rewards for GBX Blockchain Innovation Center campaigns and other incentives. So it's a token like any other utility token that has its value tied directly to the adoption of the platform itself. Therefore, it seems as if the main value proposition for the holders is exactly that. If you invest now and support us now, the more people that jump on, you'll get rewards. And having a look at the total supply, etc. So 900 million at 10 cents USD per token. It's going to put them at 90 million as their market cap, that's around about spot 140. It's in the top 150. It's around about spot 149. As I was saying before, it feels like a Binance Plus to me. And Binance, if I remember correctly, raised like 15 million, something like that. So they're shooting above that. They have a few more financial functionalities than what Binance has. And look at Binance today. So I don't know, past trends bode well. It would really hinge on a really good marketing campaign after the fact, I think. You guys are making some really good suggestions here. Thank you. That was one point. With GBX, I feel like they're taking the piss a little bit with one Ethereum equaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ROC token. I don't know if somebody has a really good sense of humor or they just completely miss that based upon some math equation. But a little bit arbitrary. Jeremy there saying, I like what you cover, not like how the rest of crypto YouTubers rush to cover every major piece of news. I hope that's not what this video feels like. Med credits. Let's have a look at med credits. That rings a bell. Why does med credits ring a bell? So from I'll be honest with you, from the 60 seconds that it just took me to watch a video, the first thing I see here is a decentralized platform in which you take a picture of your ailment. Let's say it's a dermatological issue. You take a picture of that, send it to a dermatologist via the application, and it's anonymous and the payment's taken care of by the blockchain. I get that. I don't think we need it. This is very first world problems, at least that application of it anyway. If there was, so MedCredits harnesses the power of the blockchain, Ethereum smart contracts and smartphones to contact patients and doctors worldwide on a decentralized network by developing an open marketplace for medical services. MedCredits creates a free market system providing more affordable and efficient health care than currently available. Efficient, yes. Efficient. I get efficient. That's fantastic. But is it efficient for what needs to be efficient, if that makes sense? So again, like snapshotting a skin problem, does that need to be efficient, or can you wait for a little bit with your itchy rash? However, on the other side of the equation, we are presented with, if we make the non-essentials more efficient, it leaves more hands-on time for what is essential. So little Timmy's got a broken bone and your doctor's not spending a bunch of time sifting through the emergency room at the hospital. The hospital is not congested because people with a dodgy rash aren't going there. They can just use the application. So that would be really the use case there for me, but I just don't know if we need it. I'll look into it further, but right now I'm not there with it. And the final one seems to be Faceter ICO. Well, the first thing I noticed is more review sites pop up than their actual website, and they all give it a reasonably high rating, which is interesting. Soft cap is 5 million USD. Again, that's plenty of room for growth. It's quite reasonable. What's really nice today is seeing a whole bunch of ICOs under $1. Dollar valued and dollar above valued ICOs have been everywhere towards the end of last year and moving into the beginning of this. So it's nice to see people calming down a little bit there. Surveillance markets. computer vision surveillance technology powered by fog network of miners. So FASER is a system which makes video surveillance smart by giving eyes to cameras, computer vision, facial recognition, object detection, and video content analysis in real time. In the next stage, all these abilities will be combined into one, understanding the situation and then reacting to it. We call this concept event security model. That's bloody fascinating. So a couple of cool things here. First of all, with all of the facial recognition that these guys will be able to implement is in terms of business application. Let's say you run a retail outlet, you can compile a database that will then give you a push notification when your regular walks in the store. So you're not the one that's responsible for remembering the regular, but it'll fire up and let you know they're there and you can treat them as such. So that's still good service while taking the burden off of the business owner operator. I remember when I worked in gyms, so we used to have a fob system, 24-hour gym, and a little pop-up notification would come up on my computer when they scanned into the gym. Of course, the individual had to scan in, pop up, Joe's in today, and I could program in, what Joe's last problem was and how her knee was or whatever's going on there. So I like that this is a more automated version of that pop-up system. It has great business application. Of course, there's a hell of a lot more to this ICO. I really need to dive into it. Pre-sale is actually in 2 days, but just going back to the privacy side of things, being blockchain, that means that all of that information about the individual isn't necessarily freely accessible to the business owner or isn't necessarily freely editable to the business owner, which I quite like. But yeah, we'll have to dive into this one more. That's a fantastic product. It's going to take me some time to unpack it though. And this is another one that I'll be throwing some funds at. I quite like it. But yeah, guys, it's very outside my normal format. I just wanted to do something to answer the influx of comments that I've had about looking at multiple ICOs. The ones that I've liked today, I'll give proper breakdowns of. I am thinking right now, FASER and maybe GBX will be a priority moving forward. FASER is bloody fascinating though. And Global ICO Fund as well. I want to break that down and figure out exactly how they're making money, etc. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below which one you like the look of so I can dive into it a little bit deeper. Thank you to all the new subscribers. And again, thank you to Crypto Daily for the shout out. As of the end of this recording, we have 3,680 subscribers here on the channel. And that is absolutely mind-blowing. So again, Crypto Daily, thank you very much. Welcome to all of the new faces. But after that process, I have been your crypto enthusiast, and I will see you in the next video.